Greetings, grade 9, and welcome to your 13th lesson in economic application. Today, our objective is to learn the meaning of industrialization and also to see the role of industrialization in the Indian economy. We have learned that industries or the secondary sector is one of the sector that is divided on the basis of occupation, and in the secondary sector manufacturing plays a very important role. So in this case we talk about the process of industrialization in the secondary sector as a process where more capital is used per unit of output. It means that there is an increasing capital formation and substitution of machine power in the place of animal and human labor. So economists, if they want to check whether a country is getting industrialized or not, they calculate the total amount of capital formation that is taking place, and they calculate the total amount of production. So for every unit of production, if the amount of capital is increasing on a year-to-year basis, they understand that industrialization is taking place in the country. So essentially, this leads to the fact that there is more establishment and development of different types of industries producing with the help of modern methods of production and a variety of goods on a large scale for the local, national, and the international market. So what role do industries play in our Indian economy? We can learn that using the mnemonic basic E. There are two I's and there are two E's in our mnemonic. B stands for the fact that industries help in a balanced and rapid economic growth. It means that with the establishment of industries, we are able to bring about a balanced growth in our Indian economy. It means that in terms of physical area, even the west side of our country can be equally developed as the eastern side, the northern as well as the southern side, and all areas in our country can have a balanced development if we are able to develop our industries all around the country. And also it means that we cannot rely on agriculture alone. We also need to develop our industries side by side with agriculture so that we can have a balanced growth, and balanced growth will bring about a rapid economic development. A in our mnemonic stands for the fact that industries also help in agricultural development. Agriculture relies greatly on the products that the industrial sector makes. They get fertilizers, they get tractors, they get tube wells, irrigation facilities, and all forms of infrastructure are developed by the industrial sector. So if our industries are well developed, it also means that they can help the agricultural sector to develop faster. Also, we need to have industrialization, or we need to develop our industries at a fast rate so that we can become self-sufficient. Because if we are too much dependent on other countries, then our security considerations or our national security is compromised. So any other country which is supplying essential items, they can bully us, or they can put conditions when they are supplying goods to us. So it's important that India becomes self-sufficient in its own production and is able to produce each and every item that it requires, so that it does not have to depend on foreign countries. And therefore the dependency, if we are not dependent on foreign countries, we do not have to listen to what they say or do, and we can act and behave on our own free will as Indians. Thirdly, we see that our industrialization increases national and per capita income in a faster rate. So we are able to increase the amount of income in our country at a much faster rate through our industries rather than through agriculture. If you can see the graph that I have given in the slide, before 1950, the growth of income in our country was very low or was not adequate. But after 1950, after industrialization took place in our country, we see a rapid growth in the national income and in the total income of our country. So prosperity and wealth increases faster if we are able to industrialize our nation and we are able to develop more industries, then income generation also becomes greater. Also, we are able to earn more through our exports by exporting industrial goods rather than agricultural goods. Earlier, in the earlier chapter, I told you that India relies a great deal on agricultural exports. But that is not a good thing, because agriculture does not help us earn too much money by exporting, by its export, which means that we might have to have a huge volume of agricultural goods to earn the dollars and pounds that we require. But we can earn the same amount of dollars and pounds by exporting lesser industrial goods. So selling industrial goods is always better than selling agricultural goods in order to earn money through exports. So our industrialization is able to earn more and more money if we are able to divert our industrial products into exporting them abroad. Also, industrialization brings about a more modern outlook to our Indian economy. The people in our country will be more forward-looking, progressive, because of industrialization, because industrialization brings about more confluence of people, that people have to interact with one another, different cultures have to come together. So different people cannot say that I belong to this race and you'll belong to that race. All of us have to work together once industrialization takes place. Education moves faster, modern methods are adopted, and because of that, the outlook of the country becomes more modern due to industrialization. Also, due to industrialization, we are able to exploit our natural resources which might be remaining idle. Many parts of our country are very rich in natural resources, and we can only use these natural resources once the industrialization takes place in our country. So therefore, industrialization plays a very important role in this particular aspect. Also, through industrialization, labor can be employed. It gives an avenue for employment to labor who are in excess in the agricultural sector. We know that in the agricultural sector, there are more people employed than that is necessary. So the excess labor force can be employed by the industrial sector once industrialization takes place. In other words, industries have a capacity for employing more people as compared to as compared to agriculture, and therefore industries are favored or is a much better way of increasing employment in our economy. So therefore, I would like you to remember the mnemonic base 2 once more when we look at the role of industries in the economy. And I would also like you to go over the notes that have been supplied in the form of scanned copies from your textbook. Thank you and have a wonderful day.